What is going on, Adventure Nation? In this episode, the coronavirus closes in on us a little bit and we start our isolation. This is the Motorhome Experiment.
What are you doing? You're moving us all.
Oh, sorry. So after the fire evacuated us from the Lake Manatee State Park, we had to do a quick overnight in Walmart, which allowed us to go out on a date night. I know that's kind of a weird thing to say in the same sentence, Walmart parking lot and date night.
It was not planned that way.
Yeah.
Initially, we were going to be at Lake Manatee, but because of the fire, we have to migrate to the Walmart. And we were still going to go out on our day because it was our anniversary. Well, it's the day after our anniversary, but
Yeah.
we were going to celebrate it anyway.
Yeah, and Lori was already dressed up, so, you know, I hate
Yeah.
to waste that. It's just we wanted to go out, and so we did that. But the next day, we left the Walmart, and we headed up to Little Manatee River. When we evacuated the state park yesterday, we thought we kind of took care of everything, but I don't think that's supposed to look like that. I think I probably should have put that up before we start driving. So, gonna have to replace that. I think it's only like 30 bucks or something like that, but still, that's jacked up. Actually, it's not jacked up. We are rolling out of the Walmart here at Lakewood Ranch. We overnighted here because obviously we got evacuated from the RV park because of the fire, but according to the park, they called everybody, or tried to call everybody last night. I guess they tried to call us, right?
They called, but to my phone, but that wasn't like her appointment, so I didn't answer. It was on silent on my phone, and when I called back, nobody answered.
Yeah, so we could have went back last night, but we didn't. We it was date night for our 13th anniversary, so we went to Brio and had dinner, and then went out to the Cheesecake Factory and got some dessert. So we were having a good time, anyways.
I know, people. I know all the chains, we hit them.
Yep.
Some people are gonna be like, "Oh, I can't believe that."
I know. It was the most convenient places to be able to park the RV and then be able to go inside of those. So we had a nice little date night though, and then just kicked back at Walmart last night. Now we're heading up to Little Manatee River State Park and check that out. We've stayed there before, actually, I think, right? Our first year out.
Yes.
So we're familiar with that park a little bit. So we know it's a nice park, and we look forward to spending some time there. So off we go. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. We rolled up I-75 to Little Manatee River, and we called Little Manatee River home for the next, I don't know, a little over a week, I guess. Hi there. The whole COVID-19 panic thing hadn't set in yet, so we used that time at Little Manatee River to visit a few friends, and
Yeah, it was kind of like starting to be mentioned, but it was not a thing yet.
yeah, so we were still, you know, going out a little bit, hanging out a little bit,
Yeah.
and the state parks obviously hadn't been closed yet because we were still there, but we did manage to get out a little bit while we were at Little Manatee River. Got a little gopher tortoise out in the back of the RV here. It's all right, I'm not gonna hurt you. He's a pretty big dude. It's a gopher tortoise. These are the ones that dig a hole and hide in there. Go ahead and keep going. There you go. Out for a walk. Came right through our campsite. Along with visiting a few friends, we managed to get a few more RV projects done while we were at Little Manatee River, and then we switched over to the Peace River Thousand Trails, and that's when a little bit more of the social distancing thing started to become a reality.
I think that's when it happened. When we arrived, it was still not a thing. Kind of like not quite a thing because the pools were open and everybody was having fun, and it was the start of spring break. But then while we were there, it's when everything hit. It's like we need to social distance, schools are closed, everybody needs to be kind of like separated, so it was right there when we were at Peace River.
For the next 10 days or so, we kind of hung out around the Peace River 1,000 trails, with the exception of maybe a grocery shopping trip or two. And then it was time for us to get out. We had to get out of the RV for a little bit. Wauchula is a town with little going on. At the best of times, it was absolutely dead. What is going on, everybody? It is probably day, what, 7 or so of our self-isolation, something like that.
I don't know. I lost track.
Yeah.
I lost count.
I don't know. We're bored. We were sitting in the RV and we decided just to go out and drive around. So we're just outside of Wauchula at Peace River 1,000 Trails, and we drove there through Wauchula, through the little downtown area.
By the way, we prepare ourselves with a bag of snacks just in case we get hungry.
Yep.
Water.
We've got water.
And everything, so we don't have to stop anywhere. We can just get in the car, drive, look at the surroundings, I guess, of the town.
Yeah, we're just doing a little driving tour of the area. So bring you guys out. Wauchula there was music playing in the little downtown. It was pleasant, but very few people out. So it's good to see that people are isolating. RVing is, I think, the ultimate in social distancing. So you can still kind of do your normal RV thing and go biking or hiking. And yeah, so today this is our social distancing. We're hanging out together and just going to drive around and check a few things out. After rolling out of Wauchula, we headed on over. We visited the little community of Avon Park, down and rolled through Sebring, Florida, and then we spent a little bit of time checking out Lake Placid, which is known for its murals and for the name of the flower that I can't remember, but we'll talk about that in the video.
And I have to say, as much as it was already full for social distancing, we see that a lot of people really were out and about doing their own thing.
I don't know about a lot, but there were a few.
A few. So we were out driving, and what we found on the side of the road.
Well, we didn't find the strawberries on the side of the road.
We found
the stand on the side of the road.
We found the stand on the side of the road.
Yeah.
And it was $14 for a full flat, and they look yummy.
And the other day, the lady wanted like $5 for one of these things.
Tiny little thing,
Yeah.
yes.
And this has got six little cases in each flat, half flat.
So it was a score. Not only that, we're supporting local farmers that probably right now they're going to be struggling. So
Yeah, absolutely.
thumbs up.
Let's keep driving.
Now let's put some Purell on.
We decided to make a quick stop here in Lake Placid, Florida. Lake Placid is known as the town of murals. It is also known as the caladium capital of the world, and I just found out that a caladium is a certain type of flowering bulb. I didn't know that, but supposedly there's 14 caladium ranches here, or farms here in Lake Placid, and also a lot of murals. So we're gonna check a little bit of all of that out. Probably not so much the farms, just the murals.
I don't know if you guys know, but I'm afraid of clowns. And what's the one thing is right next to us?
You're afraid of clowns?
Since I was little, my mom hired a clown for one of my birthday parties, and I just went and hid in a corner and never came out.
Why did I not know that?
No?
No, I didn't know that. That's a really weird thing to be afraid of.
You're afraid of spiders. What are you talking about?
Well, how do you like me if you're afraid of clowns?
Drips.
I hate to tell you, Lorena, but the American Clown Museum is closed.
We missed it.
Yeah, sorry.
I really wanted to go. But...
You lie. We are here in Lake Placid, Florida. We just walked around, seen all the murals. We decided to actually come down to the lake, and the beach is closed. So we're just kind of hanging out here under one of the, I don't know, shades, hanging out. And I think I'm gonna need to social distance from Lori because while we were here, she got the corona.
I did. Hola! The corona.
Oh, that is so corny. We are almost back to the campground at Wauchula.
Yeah, we did like an entire loop.
Yeah.
So we did.
Up through Wauchula and out across Sebring, and I can't remember the name of the other place. Avon Park and Sebring, and then Lake Placid.
And then Arcadia.
Arcadia and back.
And then I'm back.
Yeah, so we spent 7 hours out today without hardly ever being around any other people, and got a nice little tour in. Lorena obviously got corona earlier, but she drank it, so she's done with that now.
It was too big. I didn't quite drink it.
You shouldn't have got so much corona. You should have just got a little bit. That's it. So now we're heading back. So again, just because you're isolating yourself doesn't mean you have to be stuck all day.
We're stuck with each other, but you don't have to be stuck in the RV.
Exactly. So we don't have to isolate from each other, just from other people. Yes. So I know you'd like to self-isolate from me sometimes. And you do, but just not today.
You do too. Because he puts it on me only.
We all do. We all do at some point in time. So today wasn't one of those days. So we like hanging out.
We did.
It was fun. Those little towns in Central Florida were actually very cool, especially the town of Murals, the Lake Placid, and the town of Calamari, or whatever it's called. Actually, the caladium, calodendrum, I don't know, caladium plants.
It's a flower.
It's a flower.
But I love the fact that we were able to explore the town and go into the murals, and at the same time social distancing because nobody was out, so we were able to see the murals. Yeah,
we were able to get pictures of all of them without anybody standing in front of them, which was kind of cool. After a little bit more time social distancing in the campground, we were able to get out and bike around the campground a little bit. Again, here in Central Florida, there wasn't as much panic and chaos, I don't think, as some of the other areas of the country because there's not a large population here. Most of the population is farmhands and ranchers, and so there just didn't seem to be as much talk of complete isolation and the whole stay-at-home thing here. So we were able to get out and tour around the campground and still, again, social distance. We weren't hanging out. Right.
Abide by the rules. We were not close to people. We were not even get near to people. Just touch our own bikes, nothing else, and that's about it.
Yep. We have been in the RV all day today, social distancing. And so now it's time to social distance on the bicycles. What's that? No, it's not totally true because we went and got.
Hold the paper.
Yeah, we found toilet paper. We were down to our last like roll and a half. 1.75 rolls. So yeah, we did find toilet paper today, which was nice. Now we're gonna go out and bicycle. You ready?
Yeah. See how empty this is? And this is Florida, peak of the season.
Yeah, we're gonna show you guys how empty the campground is. New bike, Lori.
Looking good. It's freshly painted. My husband actually has been working on it, cleaning it, painting it, putting new grips, putting new, what is it, the gears? Or whatever you call
Gear
it.
changers,
Gear changers,
handles.
so,
Yeah, look at that. Painted it all up.
yeah, it just
Looks all brand new.
the only thing this needs to change, but that's about it.
What? It's kind of girly looking. You don't like it?
It's not the girly, it's just not the right color.
All right, we can change that. Let's roll. So when we arrived here 10 days ago, I guess, this area down here, which is the water electric only, it's not full hookups. This was packed down here. And look at it now. A lot of these were Canadians that headed home early, but she's empty now. Yeah, look at there's all kinds of full hookups. So the area we are in now that we're riding through is a full hookup area. And when we first arrived here, you had to get on a waiting list to be able to get over in here. We never moved over because we're only here for 14 days and we don't need to dump tanks in 14 days. So it's a lot of open spaces now. So you can see that a lot of people have moved out for sure. You can even see that the mini golf here behind me is empty as well. That's normally just packed with people. Nobody plays mini golf anymore. After Peace River 1000 Trails, we had a week that we had to spend out before we went into the Orlando 1000 Trails, and our friends Vic and Tammy, who live down in Arcadia, Florida, and they have this beautiful ranch that we're staying at right now, they said that we could come down and stay with them for a week. Little did they know that it was going to turn into a lot more than that. All right, we are rolling out of the Peace River 1000 Trails and heading over to stay with some friends for a week during this craziness of the COVID-19 thing. Lori went out and left the door open. And we are going over to stay with some friends that have a property here in Central Florida for a week, and then we head up to Orlando 1000 Trails for 2 weeks. But we didn't do much here at all. We got a bunch of stuff done that we've been meaning to get done, little menial tasks. Got Lori's bike fixed. We've just been kind of hanging out here and not going out too much at all. Biking a little bit, walking a little bit, but trying to do our part to behave. I have my lovely co-pilot back with me.
I'm back.
And
I'm sure you were talking about me when I was not here.
oh, I was, absolutely. Absolutely.
I know him.
I was talking all kinds of shit. But we are heading down the road now, and we're not going too far. You can see the front windshield's a mess. I didn't do all the whole cleaning of the windshield and all that kind of stuff. Just not necessary. We're literally going about 20 miles down the road. So let's see what all these people are going to do.
Yeah, many people walking.
Many people walking. So
Thank you.
thank you. So off we go, and yeah, I don't see in this area of the country, folks, the whole social distancing, especially in this campground, most people aren't really kind of abiding by it.
Well, I have to say, people are very friendly, that they don't care about personal space whatsoever. Kids are playing together. I mean, it's like nobody cares about it. But with that being said, it's so empty. As you can see, guys, in front of us, it's so empty that there is plenty of space for everybody to spread. So there is social distancing in that respect.
Yeah, but they seem to still be congregating in groups. But most of these people aren't going to go anywhere out of here.
We were talking, Paul and I, that this is the best place to be to ride this out because we're in farmland. in the central, small, rural Florida, where there's not a lot of international travelers or people coming from the outside. It's just people that work on the farm. So it's really not that exposed, I would say.
Yeah. You mean people from China aren't coming to visit Zolfo Springs, Florida?
Maybe, you never know.
Or the Germans and the Europeans aren't flocking here to Zolfo Springs?
So what are
Probably
supposed to be
not.
right now, right?
Yeah. So pretty good place to be. So we're gonna hang out in this area. We're gonna stay here for a little while longer until we see what's going on.
Morning, everybody. You see, we're out back here at Vic and Tammy's. You got Vic and Tammy's rig. That's Dave's rig. That's Dave. And today we're heading over to the other side of Vic and Tammy's estate, and they're gonna put me to work. I haven't worked in I don't know how long. Physical labor, Dave. It's not my thing.
Oh.
You'll be new to him.
Yeah, you'll be new to me for a while. So a few days ago, Lorena and I arrived here and met Dave, and so in appreciation for Vic and Tammy, Dave and I put this up for him. So took us yesterday afternoon we put this up, and then we put the container in there, added some electrical and things in, put a pad in. We're gonna put a pad in now so that we can have our RVs here. I didn't do any of this. Vic did this. Vic is going to be moving over here. This is his mother's house and her mother-in-law's house and Tammy's mom's house. And this is where they're gonna put their RV, the big white Class C. And they're gonna start somewhat part-timing, but the other house is gonna go and this is gonna be where they stay. So pretty badass, this thing. So today we're gonna help starting to get this a little bit more solid so they can get the cement slab in. They're gonna put down 6 inches of cement here because it's a 45,000 pound rig, and so this thing's got to be solid, so we're gonna get at it. This thing works, Dave.
Yeah.
Back this down a little bit. Like back on the farm, boy.
Well, if you can drive a motorhome, you can drive a tractor, right?
I apologize in advance, Vic, if I knock down your pole barn. I haven't done this since I was a teenager, so it's been a while. I hope Lorena thinks my tractor's sexy. All right, Lori and I are gonna go steal the golf cart.
Not still, borrow.
Well, no, they said we could use it. Yeah, we're gonna borrow it. But we're gonna go out and check out the ranch.
You told them it's 40 acres, and we're not gonna go and see all the 40 acres, but
No,
I
I
want
wanna-
to go and see the pond.
I wanna go see the 40 acres.
The 40?
Yeah, I wanna
Oh.
see all 40 acres.
I didn't bring lunch with, like, for us.
Oh. All right, well, I don't think we're gonna need lunch, but let's go check it out. We're gonna take the Howdy Mobile. Look at that old tree there. That thing's still alive. That's awesome. Once we arrived down here with Vic and Tammy, the stuff hit the fan. Beaches closed, state parks have been closed, everything's shut down, stay-at-home orders are out, people are panicking, dogs and cats living together, chaos in the streets.
And I have to say, the plan was to be here with them for a week, and after this, move on, start heading north little by little. But our reservation in Orlando, Thousand Trails, we miss it by a day. They close the campground to everybody and everybody, cancel reservations, whatever they have, and we supposed to arrive on a Monday, and literally they told us, if you have like been here on Sunday, we could get you in, but by Monday we cannot. We have to cancel your reservation. So at that point we were like out of the campgrounds, out of the system, and I have to say, Tam and Vic, I mean, they're so nice. They took us in. They're like, you guys don't have to go anywhere. Just stay here as long as you want. And not only to us, there is another RVer here, Dave, and he's staying here also to ride this out.
Yeah, they picked us up out of the gutter, took us out of the streets, and they're raising us as if we're their own. Pretty much,
and
right?
It's not like we're roughing it, as you guys can see.
Right.
It's beautiful grounds, and we're with beautiful people, and it's like, I mean, and we're tackling projects actually.
Yes, we're getting some
So-
projects done, so we'll have a little bit of video here and there on some of those projects because we don't have any content because we're not going out and doing anything. We're just kind of hanging out.
Well, content is what we create.
Yeah,
It's
so
not
we're-
going out there.
Yeah, that is true. So there's going to be a little bit of how-to stuff coming up and some other things that.
I'm just showing you what we've been up to ourselves. And I'm just happy that from all of this, there's some positive out there. He's getting done projects that he has not done in years and years. So
With that being said, it's time to end this one. If this is your first time here, it'd be awesome if you hung out with us a little bit, got to know us, and that means they have to.
subscribe.
Hit that subscribe button. It'd be equally as cool if you like the video, and we'll see you again in the next episode, whatever that may contain. I don't know.
I have to say, the one that has been happy camper here is Ozzy.
Yeah, he's been liking the
loving
ranch
it.
for sure. We found out that he's a farm cat.
We're loving it too. Who are we kidding?
The poor little lizards are not liking it so much.
Oh, yeah.
Ozzy's killing them left and right.
So far, 4 down.
He got a taste of blood, and now he'll never be the same.
So hot.